Hello students, I welcome you to the new lecture of Academic Excellence series. Today I am going to teach you about reading skills. In this video lecture, you will learn how to read actively, understand deeply and remember more from every chapter or lesson. Some of the highlights are in this video lecture you are going to learn about skimming and scanning, intensive reading, extensive reading, critical reading, literal reading, inferential reading, and creative reading. First start with introduction to reading skills. What is active reading? Active reading means engaging with the text, questions, and connecting ideas and processing meaning as you go, rather than passively scanning words. Why reading skills matter? Because strong reading skills help you maintain information longer, think critically about content, and apply knowledge in real world institutions. What are the types of reading? Different purposes require different strategies. Skimming, scanning, intensive, extensive, critical, literal, inferential, and creative readings are the common types of readings. So first go with the skimming and scanning. Skimming means reading quickly to get the main idea of the text, read titles, headings, and topic sentences. Scanning is useful for searching for specific information such as dates, names, and keywords. It is also very useful for previewing chapters, finding answers in long text, or deciding if a source is relevant. Neither strategy requires reading every word. So example is skimming means preview a news article in 30 seconds to decide if it is worth reading fully. Scanning means find the publication date of a journal article. I have some important activity for you. For speed preview, take 2-page article, skim it in 60 seconds, then write 3 main ideas without reading fully. What is intensive reading? It is close, careful reading of a short text for full understanding. Pay attention to grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. It is often used for academic text, legal documents, or complex instructions. It uses annotations, underline, highlight, and write margin notes. For example, reading a chemistry lab manual step by step to ensure every procedure is understood before starting an experiment is an example of intensive reading. So, I am giving you a small activity. Choose a dense paragraph, read it 3 times, underlining key terms, and write a one-sentence summary. Then have your this answer in the comments box published. What is extensive reading? It means reading large amount of text for general understanding and enjoyment. Choose text slightly below your difficulty level to build fluency. It focuses on overall meaning, not every word. It builds vocabulary speed, reading stamina over time. For example, reading a novel for pleasure, following the story without stopping to look up every unfamiliar word is an example of extensive reading. So, I have a short activity for you. Read for 15 minutes daily for 1 week. Log the titles, pages read, and one thing you enjoy each day. Write everything on a page and then say in the comment box. So, now begin with the critical and evaluative writing. Its key points are evaluate, critical reading evaluate the author's argument, evidence and bias. It asks, is this fact or opinion? Is the source credible? What's missing? Look for logical fallacies, unsupported claims or emotional manipulation. It is also very essential for research, academic writing and media literacy. Its example is reading two editorials on the same policy, identify which uses stronger evidence and which relies on emotion. So if you are going to do this activity, then you are going to use critical reading or evaluative reading. So it is fact versus opinion sort. I am giving you an activity, read a news opinion piece, highlight the fact in blue and opinion in yellows, count and compare both. Then say all your answers in the comment box. Literal mean reading. Literal reading is used to understand exactly what the text says to the surface. No interpretation needed for this. There is no enjoyment. You are not going to interpret each word for the meaning. So, but it answers who, what, when, where, and how directly from the text. The foundation of all other reading types based in the literal reading. It is useful for following directions, reading recipes, or comprehension questions. For example, reading mix 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar. A literal reader precisely follows these exact amounts. These are not the instructions. These are the you can say that the following directions. Reading recipes or any other quizzes, these are all for the literal readings. Read a short passage, then write 5 sentences, 3 true, 2 false. Swap with the partner to check your answers. Inferential reading means reading between the lines, understanding what is implied but not stated directly. It is used to context clues, prior knowledge, logical reasoning. It asks you, what does the author really mean? What can I conclude from this text? Yes, it has some common types, some common features. You know that common in literary analysis, poetry, and social context. You can infer meaning from those readings. For example, if you are reading a character in a story slammed the doctor and didn't speak at dinner, inference meaning is that the character is upset. So you are going to make inference, or I should say that guessing the meaning from the text. What is implied? This is very important. In the text, what is implied? If the answer comes from the text, then this is your inferential reading. For this, read a short story excerpt, list 3 things that the author implies but never directly states in words in his written. Either it is a short story, a novel, or anything else. Now, creative reading. It goes beyond the text. It connects to the real life, other books or new ideas. It imagines alternatives. What if the ending were different? What would you add? It encourages divergent thinking and personal engagements with the text, and bridging reading with writing, discussion, and creative projects. For example, after reading a short story about a lost traveler, rewriting the ending so the character finds a different path home, then you are practicing creative writing. Read a short story, write 5 sentences, alternative ending that changes the outcome completely. So here is some of the revision exercise. Skimming is best used for getting the gist quickly. For example, is key question to ask what is this text mostly about? Scanning means finding specific facts. Where is the information I need? Intensive reading means it's you are going to understand every detail. What exactly this mean? And extensive reading means building fluency and enjoyment. What is the overall story or the message of the text? Critical reading is best used for evaluating arguments and bias. For example, you can question, is the claim supported by evidence in the text? Literal reading is used for answering surface level questions. For example, if you are questioning what does the text say directly, then your answer will be directly from the literal meaning. Inferential reading means reading between the lines, what is implied but not stated. Creative reading is best used for connecting and reimagining. Its key question is how can I expand on this idea? So, I have a simple short challenge for you. You are reading a newspaper, you use dash to find tomorrow's weather and dash to decide your editor. So, you have to fill in these blanks. So, you are now ready to read. Practice each reading type regularly and watch your comprehension soar. Go and check for your skills for skimming, scanning, intensive, extensive, critical, literal, inferential, and creative writing. Thank you for watching this video.